Let's see. Let's try it again. Hi. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, loves. Happy Friday night session. Tonight is our date night. I feel like it's been ages since I've been here. Your girl has been super busy, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Just jam-packed with all the things. If we are friends on Facebook, you probably saw that I finally took my first vacation in 3 years with my beautiful, loving family. We spent last weekend in Orlando, Florida at the amazing Universal Studios, Florida, and then also I think it's Islands of Adventure. We dared the sun and the rain because what is it? May or April showers bring May flowers. I feel like all of the seasons have skipped a month backwards, have rolled back. So daylight saving times on the seasons because it has been raining like crazy at the end of February and as we roll into the month of March. So super excited to see you. Super excited to be here. I'm going to go ahead and share this to one more place, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And we'll let everybody else who's coming to our date night in. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to press share. Hi. I'm going to click the share button, and then we'll go ahead and roll into tonight's session here. Here we go, and share more options. Okay, so this is the end of a couple of things. So I'm going to tell you what it's the end of right now. So right now, this Friday night session with me is the end of season 1, y'all. Like, we made it. For those of you who've been following on since July, this has been a very, very long season. I don't think season 2 will be quite this long, but I didn't know when I first started doing these lives where I really wanted it to go. I knew that I wanted to be more visible, and I knew I wanted to give back more. And I also knew that I really wanted to create a safe space and a platform to talk about all things business, which is something that I absolutely 100% love. Hey, I miss you too. I bet that's maybe Khadijah. I'm thinking it's Khadijah. But I really didn't know where I wanted it to go. I knew I wanted to teach and to give and to do whatever I possibly could to help others with business and all of those things. And what I found out is not only do I love to teach and to give back, I also love to collaborate. Like, collabos are my jam. Like, if I am Missy Elliott, everybody else is Timbaland, essentially. That's how I feel. And anything that I can do to give back, that this is where I want to do it. So tonight is the last Friday Night Live session or business nights with Antonia for an entire month. I am taking my birthday month off, the month of March. I think I deserve it. But we will be right back again with fresh, new Friday Night Lives and possibly a business nights with Antonia starting in April. So if you missed your chance to be on our live video podcast for season 1, I would definitely say we will be sending out notifications for season 2 signups in the middle of next month. So we're not stopping. I'm essentially just not doing it for a month, but we are going to be accepting signups for new people in the beginning of next month. I'm sorry, towards the middle of next month. All right, so tonight's Friday night session is sponsored by, again, our special guest. Her name is Tia Christensen, and she is with Dream Sculpting Institute. I will go into a little bit more detail later about who she is and the amazingness that she does, because you know we only bring on guests and invite guests to our date night that are impactful and that are doing amazing things in the world, right? Totally in line. All right, for all my peeps who are watching on YouTube, hi, so good to see you. I miss your face. I hope you felt that hug. I hope you felt it. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, like and share, and click the bell for notifications so that you can know every single time I post a video or I go live. So I'm going to roll right into our Mission 100. I'm sure you guys have heard me say this a million times, but again, I have to continue to say it until we finish our fiscal year, which is in July. It's right around the corner, people. Right around the corner. All right. So Mission 100 is Assist-U is helping 100 businesses launch a new product or service in the next 365 days. So don't miss the opportunity to finally get your business launched, finally launch your program, finally figure out the marketing of your program, trying to do all of these different things and get them out to the world because you know you can make a difference. You know you have a solution. We are here to help you implement. And another word, implement. So I was watching this awesome coach last night. One of my clients invited me to her workshop about media pitching. And it was amazing, right? And one of her quotes, I'm going to botch it. You guys just forgive me. But one of her quotes is basically getting information without implementing it is basically a waste of time. And I think that is phenomenal. So a lot of people will go out and hire coaches and the coaches will give them action items and the action items just kind of like stay on the paper. They don't actually get like implemented, which is very unfortunate because there are some amazing coaches out here who are giving people great advice. So in regards to our Mission 100, how we help entrepreneurs or business owners who have business coaches or launch coaches or whoever that they are working with an expert, we come in and we implement all the things. So don't think you have to be out there knowing all the tech, knowing what a landing page is, knowing what, email sequences and autorespondos are, or the Facebook pixels, or, email marketing. You don't need to know all of that stuff. You just need to know the people that can do all the things for you. And we are those people to do those things. So definitely want to help you in any possible way that we can. We're here, even on my birthday month being off. Okay, so let me talk to you guys a little bit about our special guest. So her name is Tia. I feel like I want to call her Miss Tia just because she's got that spark, that spice, right? And you can totally tell it by her website. Let me show you her website real quick. When you guys see this picture she put on her website, you're going to see the little like classy funkiness that she has. Like, it's like, let me just give you a little shoulder, but not a lot, right? Like, you see the shoulder? You see the shoulder? She's like, yeah, I'm here to help you, but don't cross me. Like, it's full on amazingness. Like, I know that had to be a bomb photo shoot that she was on. But again, we only bring on impactful and women who are doing their thing in business and who are here to help others. So I definitely want to bring her out. I'm sure I've fully made her blush as much as I possibly can. You know how we do. We love on our guest people. So let me go ahead and bring her out and you guys say hi.
Hi. You're first.
Oh.
I got a new thing now. Thank you, Antonia.
I love it. This picture is just like everything. It's everything.
My dear friend, with Dream Choice, we got to giggling. This was in LA. We got to giggling and she just had it. And when the proofs came back, I just, oh my goodness, girl, like you crushed it for me. Thank you.
Yes. And you know what I love most about landing on people's websites? When I can see an image of the owner on the forefront and I immediately gravitate to them. Like, this is in an HR appropriate way, this is a very attractive photo and it attracts like my senses. Like, oh my gosh, she's just full of life. She's vibrant. Look at her smile. It's like, all these things. And I'm like, okay, well, I want to get to know her. So let's get to know you.
Well, I am so honored to be here on date night with everyone and with you and on this beautiful full moon and on the season finale of your inaugural season until the launch of season 2. So thank you for this great honor.
Oh my gosh. Look, it says her energy is lifting me as you speak. I told you.
Oh,
You're so
and,
welcome. Thank
yeah.
you for honoring us by your presence as well. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Okay. So, Miss Tia, what I ask all of my guests when they come on is to explain to us who you are and what makes you great.
Ooh, well, who I am. So I'm an intuitive transformation coach, Reiki master, and awakened heart activator is what I do.
Mhm.
And supporting and guiding highly successful, driven female entrepreneurs and executives to reclaiming their feminine power, which is
Ooh,
being tapped into their intuition, leading from the heart, and unearthing their unique creative genius. That is who I am.
I love it. Okay. So, basically, I'm going to figure out how to tap into my feminine energy, is what, if I work with you, essentially.
Absolutely. One of the things that we'll talk about here this evening is shifting into possibility and
Mhm.
how our intuition, our gut instincts, that's our magic. And we as women, now all people have this magic. So I'm not excluding the guys, our men folk, because we
Mhm.
love them and they've got it too. And they have feminine energy. We all do. For
Yeah.
now, right now, we're talking about us ladies. And here's what's true is that we have all of this magic within us. We have this amazing intuition, this inner guidance, and we use it all the time, especially those of you who are parents. And I know you've got some little ones. So, you
Yes.
know, those moments when you have maybe you're in another room and you're just like, it's a little quiet.
Yeah, it's too quiet.
Walk into the other room. And sometimes things are peaceful and calm and everybody's playing. And other times somebody's hanging from, dancing on the bed or hanging from the lamp or whatever. And that's your intuition. That's your inner guidance going, hey, go check in on this. So we
Mhm.
can tap into that inner guidance, that intuition every moment of every day, which supports us in all of our decisions, all of our business decisions, whether or not
Mhm.
we take a client, the prices that we charge, the programs we launch, when we launch them, how we launch them, who we work with, who our partners are, because we can feel that in that intuitive instinct in our body. So that's what I work with my clients on and supporting them and really tapping into that and really owning it and feeling it in their body. And then the
Mm.
next piece is leading with our heart, because our heart space is the most powerful place to lead from. It is where our most authentic self lives. That is our true power center. And
Wow.
when we're leading from the heart, everything that we speak is authentic and coming from the place that is of pure intuition from our higher self. And if you don't know what these words mean, that's okay. We'll explain them in a bit here. And
Mhm.
and we're just lit up. We're on fire because also when we're leading from the heart and we're tapped into our heart space, our heart is awakened. We're
Mhm.
also tapped into our self-love, which is the fuel of life. And
Yes.
through these places, we're reclaiming our power, intuition, that leading from the heart. And then from there, each of us have a unique creative gift. And so, what
Mhm.
I work with is supporting my clients in uncovering their unique creative genius, and that can be anything from perhaps like me, you've always thought, I don't paint, I don't know how to draw art. Like my mom and my sister are great artists. They just
Yeah.
had, and my whole life was like, that's not really me. Well, I have 3 paintings now, and I am in my paints and drawing all the time. So we all have that skill, that instinct, that intuitive creative genius that lives within us no matter who you are. So
Mhm.
covering that space and tapping into that is another way of connecting with our intuition. And that also supports us in our business because through those doodles, through those colors, through those creative expressions can come the ideas for your programs, your workshops, color palettes for your business, new products, and on and on and on.
I think that's 100% true. I tend to get my best ideas for my business when I'm either in the shower or I'm doing like either paint by numbers or color by numbers or something where I'm being strategic or I'm just having fun, really, and just thinking about out of the box ideas. But I wanted to touch on one topic that you said about, handling our business with our heart, like leading with our heart. Um, a lot of people that I've talked to in the past have said, the people with the biggest hearts tend to be the ones who get hurt the most. So, how do you ensure if you're trying to be a leader or lead your business with your heart that you're also protected in a sense as well? Is that where the intuition comes in, or what? How does that
Yeah,
work?
absolutely. It all works together. So when you're tapped in and you're fully grounded in your intuition and your inner guidance, what's happening is that we receive information every split second of the day, where our mind is constantly decoding and encoding information. And
Mm-hmm.
what's happening when we're in touch with our instincts, we're able to actually set aside the stories, the limiting beliefs, the things that have been holding us back, because we're tapped into our higher self, our subconscious, where those
Mm-hmm.
stories don't exist. So leading from the heart doesn't mean that you're getting walked all over. Leading
Okay.
from the heart doesn't mean that you're just giving your products or services away.
Mm-hmm.
Leading from the heart is an energy, it's a way of being. It's in that moment where that photograph that you showed, in that moment, I was completely tapped into the freedom of being myself, being in my heart, and I wasn't up in my head thinking, "Ooh, am I smiling too much? Is my head tilted correctly? Are my arms okay? Is this outfit going to show up?" Like, I wasn't having the millions of little stories running around in
Mm-hmm.
my head. I was just laughing my you know what off and living in my heart in that moment. And then look what happened. It got captured, and now that most authentic part of who I am is what greets you when you come to my website. So, yes, giving our love away and leading from the heart doesn't, it means being tapped into that truest sense of your power. So you can be sitting in a boardroom, and let me tell you, I spent a good part of my career in corporate America, and I've worked as a lead for 2 Fortune 500 companies. It's
Mm-hmm.
absolutely possible to sit in those boardrooms and to sit in those big meetings with those executives, fully grounded in your heart space and in your intuition, and the power of knowing that you're in your knowing is contagious, and nobody's going to mess with you when you're in that
No.
space. And guess what? They're sitting up and they're listening and they're leaning forward and they want to know what you have to say, because it's powerful and it's coming from that space where you're not even thinking. When we're in our head, we're like, well, if I say this, then that might happen. And then maybe I'll forget this. And then we get ourselves uncomfortable
Yeah.
and we start to
People,
like that sweaty palm thing, because
yeah.
I've had it.
People can tell when you are, flying by the seat of your pants, or that you're not really an expert in a certain situation as you portrayed yourself to be, or you believe yourself to be. Like, I think we're gone are the days where you can lie and not get caught, or you can, that saying, fake it till you make it. I don't really believe in that. I believe in being honest and say, hey, I'm not all the way there. Can you allow me to do this so I can get there? Or say, no, I'm here, and be present, and have relevant things to say or to contribute, just like what you're saying, when you are grounded in your zone. So I think that's amazing. Yeah. And that's something that you help pull out of women, business owners and entrepreneurs, and C-suite, I guess, that you work with, correct?
Yes, I absolutely do. And actually, there's a simple grounding that we can do together right now that can
Ooh, oh,
support everyone who's watching as you move forward.
let's
And
do that. Let me read this one real quick. So Anya says, It's so easy to compress and ignore our heart and instincts. This is a great reminder that I owe it to my soul and life to lead with my heart in every shape and form in my life, business, relationships, and more. Hashtag get out of our heads.
Yes. And is it Ania? I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. 100%. And there's science behind this. And there's
Mm-hmm.
quantum science behind this, because the smallest particles that are in existence are photons, and we generate photons. They move away from our body and out into space constantly. And so when we're in that nervousness and trying to fake it until we make it, because we're not grounded in who we are
Mm-hmm.
and feeling the power of our being, what happens is that those photons go out, and our uneasiness is what people pick up on. So we can be sitting in those meetings, and when you're grounded in like, this is what I absolutely know, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
100% certain that everything I'm going to say is going to be exactly what gets to be heard for the most perfect person today, for the
Mm-hmm.
decision maker. And if it isn't in this second, it's going to be in the next conversation with this client group. When we're firm in that, and and we have our product and service to back that up,
Mm-hmm.
that is the little particle, the quantum science that is generating out from us. And that is what's being created. That's the energy that people are picking up on. So like all of those people who walk into a room and you're like, "Ooh, I just want to go talk to them. There's something special." That's that person being grounded in their heart and tapped in.
Mm-hmm.
So, one really simple exercise is
Okay.
3 deep heart breaths. And I'll explain that. So, what you get to imagine is that your heart space, this area right behind your breastplate, this heart chakra,
Okay.
imagine that you're breathing a breath into your heart. So, we're going to do that together.
Okay.
And you can do this walking down the street. You can do this when you're in a room full of people and nobody even has to know.
Okay.
So all you do is bring all of your attention to your heart space. And we're going to breathe in nice and deep as possible. We'll hold it at the top. And then we're going to release for a count of 4, because we can do this together. So let's go
Okay.
ahead and breathe in nice and deep. Hold at the top and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in as deeply as possible again. Holding at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more time. Holding at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And I invite you to check in with yourself right now and see how you feel.
I feel sleepy.
And that's all right too.
No, but so when I say I feel sleepy, I feel calm enough. Typically, when it's time for me to lay down or to take a nap, my brain is firing off a lot of things. But in that moment, I was like, okay, I'm settled. And now I
Mhm.
can just go to sleep. Like I could. I
Yeah.
won't, but I could. Okay. So
And
filling it up, holding it, and then 4. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And, don't worry about remembering all those steps. Just the moment where you bring all of your attention to your heart space. And for those of you who are into energy and chakras, it's the heart chakra, which is right
Mhm.
here in our center of our chest. And you're just bringing all of your attention there and breathing in nice and deep through your nose. And then exhaling out. And you can do this very easily no matter where you are. And it's just that moment to give yourself some time to bring your energy down. It actually moves you into the calm state. It moves you out of parasympathetic, takes your parasympathetic nervous system and it calms it down. And now the thoughts can begin to flow and there's some
Mm.
clarity. And There we are.
I'm going to try this technique before I do more work, like when I sit down to my desk to actually work. I want to see if I can notice a difference, because usually I'm very like rushed, or I feel like I'm always behind when I sit down to actually work on something. And it usually, the only way to get me out of that is to write down a list, like a hand list. I'm not on my phone, not on my computer. Like I need to look at pen and paper. So I'm going to try that and see if that helps ground me and settles me, so then I can actually strategically and think about what I need to do before I move into my old habits. So I want to see if that makes a difference, if that changes anything. That's
Well,
exciting.
I can't wait to hear how
Yeah,
it supports you.
I love it. Okay. So I'm just going to go back real quick to our topic. So our topic was about awakening your heart and shifting into possibility. So part of this, the exercise that we just did, is going to help us into shifting into like clear and open thoughts. So that's the possibility piece. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And I can imagine that throughout this last year, you've had a lot of conversation around what's possible. We've entered an unprecedented time in the history of humankind, and
Mm-hmm.
certainly all of us together. And we could look at that and plainly like be in that victim place of this was done to me, these things happened to me, or challenge ourselves into, whew, okay, I'm going to need 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 hours to just be in my experience. Like,
Mm-hmm.
holy macaroni, what is going on? My kids are going to be home for what? How long? Wait, what am I going to do with my clients? How am I going to support? So, yes, you get to give yourself the grace, especially in an unprecedented time. And then there's that moment of, okay, it's time for me to shift. How do
Mm-hmm.
I shift into possibility? How do I see what is possible in this situation? What are the opportunities at hand?
Mm-hmm.
Are there opportunities for me to partner with people and to support them and give generously, knowing and trusting that when everything comes back around, those people who experienced me in generosity in
Mm-hmm.
during this very interesting time, they're going to remember that and they're going to come back and they're going to be like, I want to work with you. You're the one I want to work with, because they're going to remember who you were. And that's true throughout life. And when we're tapped into our intuition and something unexpected comes up, because it happens every single day. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
many times, like the kids now, right? Something gets spilled, something is on the clothes. Like there's a million little things that can happen during the course of the day. And we can let that take us out, or we can take a look at what's possible. A client
Right.
cancels, we lose a client. Okay, well, that's an opportunity for me to pick up the phone and follow up with somebody else that I haven't spoken to in a while. And boom,
Right.
now they're engaged with us, and we can
Right.
enroll them in their vision and enroll them in working with us.
See, I love, I'm a Pisces. So, and somebody told me the other day that I'm not like a traditional Pisces. I'm very just like a warden a little bit. Like I'm very much, I love structure and rules and stuff like that. But that's one part of me. The other part is I dream about the possibilities. And I used to, uh, my fun thing to do every day or every couple of days was to redo my family budget. I don't know
Mhm.
why. Don't ask me, Misty. I have no idea. But I like to think about the possibilities and like figuring out how I could pay things and how we could save things and how we could, possibly go on a family trip or do all of these other different things. And that was my jam. And I love that. So I can honestly say I haven't thought about possibilities in quite a long time because
Mhm.
I've been solving problems. So I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but instead of like thinking about all the possibilities of what could happen, it's okay, this has happened. So how am I going to solve it? So I'm very much on the defensive instead of the offensive.
Well, Antonia, I would say that you're actually shifting into possibility all the time then, because
Oh,
solving a problem is finding an opportunity.
okay.
Solving a problem is seeing what's possible right now. Oh my goodness. Where things are shutting down, or I keep going back to parents who have kids at home, because I know my nephews are at home. I have so many friends. So it's like, whew, okay, well, this is a problem. Or, it's all about mindset. This is a problem.
Mhm.
I'm going to solve it. Or, okay, well, here's this really interesting opportunity. So what's the possibility around this? So I'm
Right.
hearing you say you've been shifting into possibility all the time.
Oh my gosh. That might be why I'm so tired, but I feel like I'm not losing any weight from all this movement. Like it's not working in my favor. Okay, so great. So I think this is freaking awesome. I want to roll into your giveaway. So to everyone who is watching, tell us a little bit about this giveaway, about the meditation.
Sure, thank you so much, and I'm so glad to be able to gift this to everyone. And if you've never meditated before, that's absolutely fine, because this is a guided meditation. So you get to just find a cozy, comfortable space for yourself for a few minutes, throw your ear pods in, or, your Bose headset, or whatever you've got. And allow yourself to just sit in a comfortable position or lie down and listen to the recording. And what I've done is, part of my mission and my purpose here on this planet is to awaken 1 million hearts so that we can reclaim our power. And one of the gifts that I have is I'm an awakened heart activator. And if some of this language is new to you, don't worry about it. Just go with it. And what that means is that I'm able to channel a vibration. I'm able to channel energy, which then comes through these meditations. So the Awakened Heart meditation works to support you in clearing any energy blockages in your heart chakra or your heart space.
Mm.
And there's an energy that comes through the meditation that will support in raising the vibration. And again, if you're not familiar with any of those concept or those words, it'll just help you feel super relaxed and you'll feel energized afterwards.
I need that. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my free guided meditation. I might actually. Would you suggest we do it like first thing when we wake up, or in the evening, or just
You know,
anytime?
it's a wonderful way to start the day. And if you don't have time, anytime during the day that you find yourself having a few moments or just craving a moment to, like, whew, I could really use some grounding, or I'm really up in my head, I'm feeling
Mhm.
anxious, I'm feeling stressed out, this is a perfect time to grab and listen to this meditation. And you can just go to dreamsculptinginstitute.com and click on the free gift tab.
I love it. And for those of you watching on our business Assist-U business page and also on YouTube, I've put the link in the comments for you so you guys can just quickly click it and go ahead and grab your copy of the guided meditation. I'm so appreciative and thank you. I know so many people, and specifically business owners, business women owners, that need that clearing on a daily basis, myself included.
Mhm.
So what you're doing for us, I just want to say on behalf of all of us, thank you.
Mhm.
It's so needed. It's so necessary to start your day off with a clear mind, heart, and just be positive and ready to take on everything that the day throws at you. You don't want to start with baggage and end with baggage. That doesn't work.
Yeah, it's a really heavy way to go through the day carrying all
Oh,
that heavy baggage.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm looking currently right now for a different alarm sound to wake me up because I feel like iPhone alarm sounds are kind of aggressive. So so I want to find something nice that I can hear and then possibly go into my guided meditation in the morning, which I think will be a nice addition to my morning routine. So I think it's awesome.
Well,
I
thank
love
you,
it.
Antonia.
Thank you so much for joining us on this full moon and on our last Friday night sessions for season 1. If you have a few minutes, if you don't mind waiting in backstage so I can give you a proper goodbye, is that okay?
Absolutely have all the time in the world for you. And to those of you who are watching live or in the replay, I am so thankful to be sharing this time with you. I am sending you all of my love, loving you passionately, and have a beautiful rest of your night.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm gonna send you to the. I know. Oh my gosh, so I do this thing. I'm like virtual hug.
I love that. I'm like, just give you the
Did you
virtual
feel
hug.
it? Did you
I
feel
did.
it? I'm so cheesy.
Well, Antonia, I don't know if you froze or the internet gremlins got us, but if we are still live, and well, I'll just wait for Antonia to pop back on or unfreeze, or maybe I'm in the backstage already. So so thankful to be here with all of you, and so thankful to be graciously sharing this time and space with you. And if you have any questions, I'm not sure that I can see the chat, but I would be happy to answer them, especially if any of the language that I use was a little bit newer for you, or if you're not really sure what all of this energy in the spiritual piece is about. If that's new language or new concepts, please feel free to reach out to Antonia directly, or you can find me through my website, dreamsculptinginstitute.com, or direct message me on Facebook or on my Instagram. So it looks like Antonia may have been bumped off, and I'm just going to keep moving with this because I do believe we're still live, and I want to give her an opportunity to come back on. So I'm going to go ahead and speak a little bit more into what it means to shift into possibility and how that can really support you in your business, especially in these very unusual times. And we are headed into a time of startup. I don't know if you can feel it, but I sure can, with this spring energy coming up and this the blooming, the blossoming, and the vaccine is out. I'm picking up on a sense of like the restart, the refresh is here. And as we look at our businesses and whatever it is that you may be launching right around the corner, be it a product or service, taking a look at how every moment and every day we can shift into possibility, and how that possibility becomes one of the magical tools in our superhero tool belt. So when I say shifting into possibility, as I was speaking with Antonia earlier, it really has to do with taking a look at what we may see as problems and looking at them as opportunities. So I have a dear friend of mine, Candace Sobrin, who is the one of the owners and founder at Boston Breakthrough Academy. And she says a no conversation, a no, isn't NO as in negative. It's a new opportunity. So that's also about shifting into possibility. So as you're out there and you're talking with clients or potential clients, and you're talking to them about your product or service, perhaps you get a no. So instead of seeing that as a rejection for yourself, shifting your mindset into the possibility that there's a new opportunity conversation that's right around the corner. These are the things that I'm speaking into. It is a mindset skill. And they are, like I said, their change happens every moment of every day. So we definitely have opportunities all day long to really be shifting into what is possible. And that's the super ninja mindset trick is, okay, is this a problem or is there a possibility here? And Antonia, I think you are back.
I know. My internet was like, bump you, Antonia. I worked hard all day.
Take me out, lady. You're just too vibrant for me.
Yes, But you know what? One of my dearest business besties texts me and she's like, she is on live still and she's killing it. She's amazing.
Oh,
I was like, oh my gosh, I love her so much. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna send
okay.
you to the back and I'm gonna say goodnight and we're gonna end.
All right. Good night, everyone.
All right. So, yes, based on what my business bestie just texted me, yes, she is phenomenal. Okay. So, hit up Miss Tia if you are looking for that transformational coach, that Reiki master, that person who's going to help you tap into your greatness, your femininity, and your ultimate power. And, shifting yourself into those possibilities, I definitely suggest you hit her up. I'll go ahead and put her website down into the chat again. And I just want to say, it's been a heck of an amazing season 1, people. Thank you guys, my ride or dies. Thank you, my business besties, my new business besties, people whose businesses I've found through this process and that I'm always going to support and shout out. I can't tell you how many people I've tagged and hopefully gotten them some new business. It's all about your network and it's all about what you put out into the world and society. I will always be your biggest cheerleader. I will always love on you in your business. You want to know why? Because you rock for me. So if you need anything, you always know how to contact me. I am available, my email, my website, or message me in my DMs, like slide into my DMs. And I'd be more than happy to assist you, to chat with you, and to see how we can work together, either making money together or how we can help you grow and scale your business. So again, without further ado, I'm going to say bye for the last time this season. Okay, I feel like you're ready. All right. Bye. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.